A lot of people really don't have any idea what goes on out here at night. You know, what we do is always behind the scenes. We start when the lifts close and we finish when the lifts open. I've been grooming for 23 years. We have two crews, one from 4:30 to midnight and one from midnight till 9 in the morning.
It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. Just getting out of the shop. Graveyard shift grooming. Gonna go do a little pushing, try to patch up what got destroyed today. Been running a cat here at Heavenly for 5 years. It's usually a fairly good process we go through every night when we come up here trying to rebuild the mountain for everybody, especially on a busy holiday weekend. So many people here, every run gets all bumped up. We have myself and another cat or two usually kind of running around trying to take care of the lifts, pushing some stuff out. Then we have the pack that'll go through. The guys all run together, 5, 6 deep sometime. First guy kind of picks the line. He'll set that blade in the snow and just rip all that loose stuff off of the lower edge of the run and pass it along to the next guy, and he passes it along, all the while adding a little bit more for the next guy up until we can get all that snow that got pushed down to the bottom all the way back up to the high side where it needs to be, just to keep everything nice and flat.
This is really a team effort. The guys are always talking on the radio, passing on little bits and pieces of information to make that grooming night even more special. Heavenly has always had one of the highest standards of grooming. It's really our signature. We spend a lot of time, money, and effort to make sure we're the best in the industry.
We want to make this mountain as accessible as we possibly can to as many skiers and riders as we possibly can.
We're always looking for the seamless product. You know, depending on snow conditions, sometimes that product's achievable in one pass. Sometimes it might take 2 passes to go over it to get it that way.
The surface is the most important thing. Of all the stuff we do between the snowmaking and the grooming, it's when the guests come out and they ski that corduroy. We want it to be the best in the industry.
When you see the corduroy laid out before you first thing in the morning, it's a work of art. I mean, it's visually pleasing to have that corduroy. And then in the case of Heavenly, you got Lake Tahoe in the background. Absolutely spectacular. It just begs you to go ripping down there and have some fun and play and just let your spirit run free.
We have a great crew here, a lot of returners.
We run about 30 guys on the normal grooming, 4 terrain park groomers, and we have about 250 years of experience in our grooming department.
The experience shows, you know, the operators, they get tuned into what's going on the hill. A lot of them are out skiing on the hill all day and they see what needs to be worked on that night, and they'll just come in and take care of it.
When you have experienced crew like we have to run these machines, when the weather changes or the snow condition changes, our operators have already been there, they've done that, and we change our grooming patterns to meet those changing conditions.
One of the things I love the most about working for this company is we are so committed to investing in our resources, and the result is right behind me here with this fleet.
We run the largest pre-naught fleet in the world. We feel they leave the best pass of all the grooming equipment out there. They meet all the California Air Resources Board's CARB emissions. These cats are all 3 years or newer, so we have the state-of-the-art equipment.
When you feel confident in your equipment, you can really do your job to the best of your ability.
They're well made for the operator. Everything's right here at your fingertips.
The technology is just constantly changing. I mean, from 23 years ago when I started, I never even imagined I'd be sitting in a machine like this.
To have all this equipment, you have to have a top-notch shop. We have the best hands and mechanics in the business.
They take pride in making sure these things are always running.
Our uptime last year was 99.6%, and this year we're running 99.2%, and that makes a big difference. The cats are on the hill working where they belong and not in the shop getting repaired.
There's a tremendous amount of pride that goes into this every night. You know, when you're leaving the corduroy behind you, that's kind of your signature. You want to leave the best product you can.
That's we're trying to get out here and make sure we get everything as flat and as pretty as possible every single night, so that when you finish the day and the sun's coming up and we can look back at that run as we're heading back into the shop, it definitely puts a smile on your face to know that you did your best, and it looks perfect.
You run this type of equipment In our kind of a department, there's a lot of pride that goes on. With all the years of experience, these guys are truly a team, and we're very proud of what we do.
Everything we do at Heavenly is geared around providing an experience of a lifetime for our guests. We top it off with an investment in the very best equipment that's manufactured on the planet, and the team that we have putting that to use is incredibly experienced, incredibly passionate, and incredibly skilled.